Our second spot of the day, we took a load of mayonnaise out to a grocery store in the Hawaiian coast. Stood by, offloaded. We just dumped that container, and now our third spot of the day is a full 40-foot container from the shipping terminal going out to the mall in Kualina to a new, I think it's a Korean food restaurant. It's a restaurant furniture, basically. Done this run before, but the last time we did this run, nobody had made arrangements to park the container in the mall parking lot, so there was no cone set up, so it had to be rescheduled. So I just warned the dispatch and said, I hope that's not going to happen again. She said, okay, well, we'll give them a call, let them know you're on your way. We got our fingers crossed. Yeah, making our way over the Sand Island Bridge. DOT scales open, but they weren't interested. We only weighed 20,000 pounds. Shipping weight. That puts us right around 42, 43 gross. Yeah, making our way out of Sand Island, headed towards Kapolei Shopping Center. Down towards the mall. I think this little highway here is the divider between Kapolei on the right and I guess it's White on the left. District is to the left of us here. I don't have my map book, it's in the other truck. But we'll be going right by the beginning of the rail stations. The very first station that was built out here in Kapolei. Straight ahead there's a second station that's built right next to the University of Hawaii West Campus, which is also fairly new. It was built right around the same time the railroad was started, 10 years ago. residential neighborhood construction is taking place, mostly off to the left here. A lot of new apartment buildings and single family homes being built. On this side is where my rental home is located, and what was the original Kapolei development. That was like 40 years ago? 30 years ago. This was all agricultural land. Originally it was all part of the Campbell estate, where they grew sugar for about 100 years, part of the C&H sugar dynasty. And it's interesting to see how dry this land is, because sugarcane is you need a lot of water to grow sugarcane. It takes about a ton of water to produce 1 pound of sugar. This whole area was irrigated. It's all nice and green with sugar. When they moved out, they don't leave the irrigation on. It turns into a desert pretty fast. There's the railroad and the train. First station. Restaurant or store. I didn't know there was a 7-Eleven here. Oh wait, it's not open yet. No wonder I don't know. I do 7-Eleven here to the right. That's where I get my morning cup of coffee, but this 7-Eleven doesn't look like it's going to have anywhere for a tractor trailer to pull off to the side and run inside. That's the mall in front of us there. Shopping center. The thing about shopping centers is really built for tractor trailers. Now, usually the area where you can park a tractor trailer, like off here to the left, is so far away from what you gotta go that it doesn't make any sense. This is probably one of the nicer up-and-coming neighborhoods on the island. It gets better and better every year, it seems. Back when I bought my home out here, this is just before we got married. We've been married 25 years, so we've had the place 25 years. And the plan was to live here because I worked in the Campbell bought the homes. But we ended up living in Pro City, and this home out here that we've never lived in. It's always been a rental home. It's worked out all right. I think when the renter moves out, though, we might move. Might leave the townhome and move out here to the single-family home. So we have a yard, and garden, and as we get older, that might be nicer. The only thing I don't like is the home out here is 2 stories, and the townhome we live in is single story. And so, what we might try to do is sell the townhome and buy another home out here that's single level, and move into that eventually, and then continue renting out the other. Real estate, it's the best way to get ahead in America. Okay. Let's make our way around the exterior of the parking lot, because if you go through the middle, you get stuck. The place we're going is actually on the other side of this parking lot. We got to go all the way around it. Can't go through the middle. Right over there. But as we go around the parking lot, we can look to see if they put out any cones, which I don't see any, but forklift there. Oh yeah, I do see cones. All right. Shopping center here is the old Barber's Point Naval Air Station, where my wife was stationed. That's how she ended up in Hawaii. As I get closer to it. front end a little bit more. The trick is to lower the airbags all the way. Oh yeah, perfect. Because if you don't, the fifth wheel gets hung up on the rail sometimes, and you'll end up hooking the rail and pulling it back out. Looks like they're hungry for whatever's inside. They already got it open and starting to offload. Yeah, I forgot the dog dispatch. Up some auto parts for the mechanics. We'll head out to the rear engines. Well, this worked out a lot better than it did last time. It's a completely different contractor too. This guy says, yeah, he was brought in because the other contractor was playing games, I guess. It's too bad. Nobody likes to play games when you're doing construction. Gym membership once in my life. You know, we would go to the gym for, I don't know, maybe about 6 months to a year maybe. It's the only time I've ever been involved in the gyms, as you can tell. I was back when I was a tour bus driver, had more energy. I just work out at home. I like to do 100 squats, 100 push-ups, and 100 sit-ups whenever I have 20 minutes that I feel like doing it. I strive for every day, but usually end up doing it 2 or 3 times a week. I keep telling myself, come the day I don't work, I'll do it every day. Making our way to Campbell to pick up some auto parts. drive, we did 8 container movements, but we drove 207 miles. Wow. Rarely do we go over 200 miles. Now we're headed home. Both Saturday and Sunday with my brother doing sports photography over in Kaneohe. This is our largest league that we have been taking pictures of now for over 20 years, close to 25 years. The league is nowhere near as large as it used to be. We've been shooting this league since before digital cameras. It was a lot harder back then than it is now. Not only was the league bigger, but film slows you down because you got to change out the film every 36 pictures or so. So we'll do that Saturday and Sunday, and then back to work on Monday. All the familiar faces. So we never got around to cooking roasted vegetables last night. We ended up doing hot dogs. Hot dogs and sauerkraut. I love hot dogs. Hamburgers. I even like French fries, but usually if I'm going to make French fries, I usually make sweet potato fries. But we just had a couple of hot dogs. I got the taco salad all set up and ready to go tonight, so that's what's for dinner. Truck ran pretty good. Still needs a lot of work. I was going to work on it today after work, but I'm able, but I'm not willing. So we're just going to call it a week here. But yeah, having this new seat is pretty nice. Everything's coming along. There's just within. So this panel's been cleaned. This panel's been cleaned. That panel's still dirty. This one's very dirty. And this is incredibly dirty. I'm talking about the upper sides. This is like a 2-hour job. This is like a 1-hour job. That's like a 15-minute job. Taking this seat out and cleaning out the intakes for the air conditioning is something I would love to do, but that's like almost a 2-hour job. Missing a screw there, but I have the pieces here. There we go. So that's the anchor that goes on the inside, and then find a screw like matches the rest of the outside. These 2 bulbs are missing here. I got them here, I just haven't put them in yet. And then there's like panels. These panels down here. Then there's that mirror that's rattling still. This mirror is all dialed in except for that mirror rattles, and then the door is still shaky. It's got to be completely taken apart, put in new. See, these are big jobs. These are like 2-hour jobs. I'll do them, but I got to be willing and able. Meaning I got to have the tools and the parts and the like right now it's like 1,000,000 degrees out, so it's not conducive to working. Unless I sit in here with the air conditioning on. I don't feel like doing that. But it's coming along. Got the new Teflon pads put in. Got the new seat. But we did have a setback. We lost our quarter fender. And I'm pretty sure it fell off when I was going to the grocery store distribution on Monday. I heard a bang. I thought I had a flat tire. I could hear crunching, like I thought maybe it was a cooler lid or maybe like a bucket was in the road, and I ran it over. But then I looked behind, I checked the tires, and there was nothing. I didn't realize what had happened is that quarter fender just fell off and I ran over it. That's what made the noise. It looks like it was rusting. So I checked the other one, it's all right. Airbags are still a little too stiff. That's all on this thing right here. The longer this is, the softer the ride. The shorter this gets, the harder the ride. But you can also just change the settings right here. You just take that nut off, pull it out, change it to settings, put it back. You can also kind of like a high, medium, low settings right here on this. You don't necessarily have to change this rod. People think it's threaded, but it's not. It's just a rod. Usually they're 14 to 16 inches long, 14 to 17 inches long. But like, it doesn't matter because whatever it is, and then you just twist this part and get it. But right now these things are pretty tight. I'm feeling vibration in the drivetrain. I'm not sure where that's coming from. I thought maybe this would have straightened it out a little bit, but doesn't seem to be. I noticed that there's got a new drive shaft on this truck, so maybe that's what's causing it. Just hasn't worn itself in yet. It's all new. That one there's old. This one's new. A lot of these trucks, they leak right here from the yoke, the seal for the yoke, and the airbags on the inside will be all wet with grease. This one's not bad. Anyway, little by little, what I really want to change though is these things. See that pad there? And then there's two up front. Because for some reason you're really feeling the vibration. There's a rubber pad right here. And I'm not sure if that's not broken. That's how it looks underneath. I think that is shot. It even looks cracked on this side. See the crack there? So whenever I go over something, that's what's holding the cab to the chassis. You get this. If that's broken all the way through, this whole thing is lifting up and banging down. Could be the shocks, but they look fairly good. How's it look on the other side? I think that's the culprit, but I'm not sure. Anyway, headed home. The week is done. Thanks for watching. Aloha.